without being able to speak English, and it was a big challenge. I don't think none of those things that happened before it caused such a big impact as what happened 4 years ago. So 4 years ago, when I go back and I feel, oh my goodness, it was definitely a hell what I was living, and it was invisible for everybody's eyes, because for my friends and my family in Peru, I had a perfect family. I was healthy, I was happy, and it was a silence problem, and I couldn't really face it, because for me, everybody was the problem. I was perfect, I was okay, everybody was against me. Most of the signs were like I was exploding on my head. I was so angry, irritable. I wanted to lose my baby weight, so I was doing exercise every day. I was tired. I couldn't sleep well. I had eating disorders, and I just feel exhausted about it. Obviously, my marriage was in crisis. Again, for me, it was not my fault. Everything was on him. It was him was attacking me. It was everything. And he was so kind, like trying to understand that, that you can push people in some point that just the person can't have more energy to do it. And it was one day that we had a meeting with the teacher that my son was being very, very naughty in school. And the teacher was saying, oh, is there anything that you want to tell me? Because he is not like that. He's been very difficult. He's been doing this, doing that. And is there anything that you want to tell me? And I just cried, because I couldn't really say anything. I just didn't want anybody to know anything, that we were the problems that we had. And that day it was like something that shook me, and I said, well, you know what, you need to do something about it. I went to the doctor, and oh my goodness, it was a year of waiting back and forth, blood test, and see what is going on with me. Because of my age, I was 36 years old, and I was passing with a perimenopause. It was very early, very unusual. That's the reason why the doctor wasn't sure. He thought I was depressed. I got anxiety. God knows, he was thinking about this lady's crazy. But then through the time while I was waiting for results and everything, I met a friend, and she was passionate about nutrition. She was passionate about healthy lifestyle, and I was cultivated by that. She invited me to a lot of events with nutrition and all beauty and this and another. And I was very skeptical about nutrition. So in Peru, my mother used to say, you eat the whole food and you eat this and the other. So you don't eat these things because that thing are, I don't know, chemicals or whatever. So in my mind was that. So I needed to go home, do my own research and see. Somehow I end up getting them, and definitely it helped my health a lot. I could feel going back to myself slowly. It was not radically changes like, after a month, I feel the same. It was a slowly process, and I felt it. When I think I was feeling myself just about, the lockdown came along, and it definitely went back and down the hill. It did make change again, but it this time shake me in different way. I never had that type of anxiety that pressed my chest, and I felt that somebody was squeezing me here, and I felt like crying every day. I was angry again, and I couldn't control it, and I was doing all the things that I think I was learning. I studied a little bit on nutrition. I got some certificates, but it didn't work. For a reason that I thought, what, this is not working. So it's not nutrition. What is it? I had a month of training with a mentor, and she was amazing. And actually, I got ill with the training for a month because it was so powerful. It was a lot of energy that I couldn't cope with it. So I felt a little bit down again with that. But then I learned something from her, and she used to tell me, you have to feed your body, and as well as you have to feed your mind. You will be the person that what you feed both. It's not only one, it's both. So then after that, I was doing yoga with a friend because the lockdown was easier. And then we were able to do yoga outdoors. So we were doing, for me, yoga was stretching, standing poses, and have a nap in the end of the yoga, because that was the meditation part. But for me, she didn't get it yet. Every time in the Shavasana, which is the meditation part, I was just falling asleep, which is no, it's not, this is no. My friend said that I'm going to do a yoga, I'm gonna take a course online, yoga, and she said, do you want to do it as well? And I was like, okay, why not? When I enrolled it, I thought it was just more like, again, stretching and a story about how this come is so powerful. It's amazing. And then now I think that everything that comes in my life was for a reason. Then everything that I start changing on me is it meant to be there. All my struggles, all the things that happened to me. You know, I needed to go back to my past life and to see what happened since I was small, what the things that hurt me, things that without thinking was in my life, to actually close the chapter and say my blessing and let it go. Because it was not about only nutrition. It was not only about trying to change my mindset like now. It was about a kind of healing from long time ago. Things that I never thought that I will start doing, going first backwards to actually can go forward, because I was stuck in the middle. I had all the things that my mentor was saying. I had my goals, I had my my ideas of what I wanted to do, but I was not going forward. I was not going doing anything. And you know, one of my mentors used to say to me, read, do personal development. As a matter of fact, she gave me books, and my books were sitting somewhere. I never saw, I never look at them, because I was like, oh, you know, I don't really, I'm not a very reading person. I did in university, I don't need to do this. If I have a course, I will read what I need to read, and that's it. It was not for me. And I would have to say, this is something you have to do. So I have a few things that I wanted to share with you, the things that it really helped me to actually learn. And I'm not 100% in there yet, because you're never going to finish to learn. It's a long path, and I'm happy to go whatever it takes me to keep learning. But I'm going to give you the things that I've been trying to control. I'm trying to do it every day. So one of the things, the first thing is to be grateful. So every morning when you wake up, to be grateful for the things that you have, and to go to sleep and think about the things as well that you have is amazing. And one of the things that helped me is to remind me, because sometimes we forget, you know, go to the beach, find, I don't know, wherever you are in the park, and you find a stone, a very nice stone, the stone that you like the most, and put it next to your bedside table. And every time that you see the stone, say thank you. Thank you for the things that we have. And it's very easy to say, because I don't know if you know the Our Father. In Spanish, I used to say so quickly, blah, 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 and I couldn't even feel the words, because it's just like, oh, okay, I do my praise and I say it. But when you ask yourself why you're grateful, then the answer comes better. So I'm grateful because of why I'm grateful. So you reply yourself, and that works a little bit better. In the lockdown, my arm, I couldn't move my arm. I just woke up, and then I couldn't move it for a week. And it was the time when I was learning about the gratitude, when I realized, you know what, I'm so grateful I got the other arm, because we never pay attention. We take for granted, you know, I got arms, I got legs, and oh, I don't have this, I don't have that, because we always go into the other way. We pay attention to the things that we don't have rather than the things that we have. So just being thankful for very simple things, you know, you have a bed, you can sleep, things that not many people pay attention to. The other thing is feed your mind. Feed your mind as you do with your body. Very important. Every day, go to sleep thinking that you learn something new. You got something, new ideas, new things. Your brain needs to be fit just as your body. Otherwise, it's like just living, no thinking. That's why sometimes when we think about people who getting older, it's just because they know having desire of learning more is one of the things as well. Make yourself priority. You are very important. If you don't feed yourself, like as a person, as your brain, have a meditation, time to do your exercise, time to move around, you not want to serve to others. You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't give anything. Your energy is gone. The other one is find your big whys. Sometimes, I don't know if it happens to people, but then when you want to wake up and do something for yourself, like having a breakfast, for example, and then you think, oh, you know what, I'm alone, or, you know, I do it later, or just drink a glass of water, a glass of milk or whatever, or I do a toast, it's fine, I'm alone, it's no problem. When you have to wake up and do it for somebody else, then that's your why. And when your why is such a big thing and it burns you inside and you love the person so much, you're going to jump up of your bed and you're going to say, okay, I have to do it. I don't care what. They're screaming in the kitchen. In my case, my children are screaming. I'm hungry. It's like, okay, I have to wake up. I have to do it. There's no another way. So find your whys of the things why you are doing the things. And the other one is make a plan. Every day, make a plan for the year, in 5 years, in 10 years, make your plan, make your goal, make your visual board. It's so powerful to see the things that you want in, I don't know, I do in my phone, I do in a board as well. Things that you're dreaming of, thinking where you're going. It's like swimming. Imagine that you're going to the beach and you want to swim to a point. And you know where you're going, and whether it comes obstacles around, and you're gonna probably going like that, and you end up hopefully there. But imagine that you say, okay, I'm gonna go to, I don't know, this point, and you don't have a point. You're gonna take ages, and even though taking ages for whatever point you're going, you're never gonna be there because you don't know where you're going. So making a goal for every day. So when my husband used to do this, and I thought he was crazy, but he used to grab a little paper and write everything that he needed to do every day. And it's so incredible because he used to do everything and then he used to sit down and watch TV. And I was like thinking, how I haven't done anything. I was so busy the whole morning, but by the end of the day, I didn't do anything that I needed to do. I was doing completely other things. And I felt frustrated, angry. So having a little list of your goal is amazing. And also reward yourself. So when you finish to do all your list, you can celebrate and say, okay, now I can do TV, or now I can have the whatever dessert I was thinking, or and now I can have, I don't know, if you drink your glass of wine or whatever. Otherwise, no rewards. That's simple. Watch your time. Your time is precious. The time doesn't come back. Every second who you're giving to is like a treasure. You waste your time with people. You waste your time watching TV, things that are not going to serve you. You waste your time doing things that, trust me, that is very easy. Watching Facebook or Instagram, things that nothing to do with us, and it's so easy. So put a limit all the time in your time. We don't have more time. When we think about people who are successful, they have the same time that us, 24 hours. Everybody got 24 hours. If you think they got more time, they will take you to the hospital because there's no way, nobody has more time. Okay, take responsibility. That is one of the things that, oh my goodness, I do it a lot. And it's like, I don't know, I was late because the bus, because of the rain, because of, I don't know, everybody's fault, not me. or this happened because this, or oh, I don't know, I'm broke because the government, the taxes. Of we are very good to put the blame everybody else but us. So when we take responsibility of what we think and what we are, what we're doing every day, that will be much better because we can see the results on us. We can see how our life is going to change when we say, I need to do this. I am because of me. And it works, for you as well. So I don't want this because me, you know. And then the other thing is choosing of friends. You know, sometimes that is a very difficult when you have a big family, when you around a lot of people, and it's very hard. I don't know if you believe in energy. Even Einstein used to think about energy as a mass; they are equal. So people around you will take a little bit of your energy if you the one that is, I don't know, vibrating higher, and they somehow they want to make you feel sad. I don't know if it ever happened that you're going out with friends and they tell you, you know, I had this problem, another friend tells you, I have this problem, have your problem. So how are you going home? And that somehow is your problem. It's not them. And you feel like, oh my goodness, I feel so heavy and I feel so down. And it's honestly, it's like that. So who you are with will be you as well. In one of the books of Jim Rohn said that if you are hanging around with four broke people, you probably are the fifth one, because you're kind of grabbing a little bit for people. You want to find people enthusiastic, find a mentor, find somebody to follow, find the person who is a fighter, who is I don't know, it makes you feel that that you value it. It makes you feel that you are there for them. Okay, so there's the 8 ones that I thought of sharing.
Yes, Gina, it's so much a thing that I wanted to unpack with you because it's really valuable. All the eight tools, all the eight powerful insights that you've been sharing with us. And that's totally true. And I agree with you with everything that you are telling. I want to go, if you don't mind, a bit more in detail with few things that you've been saying because that resonates with me. That resonates with me on my journey too, where I'm applying in my life too. So one thing is like regards to your goals, which is the Gina's goal at the moment in this 2021? What you want to achieve, if you can share it with us?
Sometimes, you know what, I'm very proud of sharing these things, but
Yeah.
I just gonna I definitely one day I wanted to be around a lot of people and share all the things that I learned. I wanted to make other people be maybe farther than me and help them in some way. I always wanted to perhaps be on a stage and tell them, you know what, this is what it helps me. Go and do the same. Go and
Amen.
do,
Yeah.
start reading. Go and learn to love yourself and learn to close your chapters from your past. Uh, Learn to listen. And I think I just wanted to do the same for others that have the same things as me.
Yeah. That's powerful.
This is one of my goals. The other one, I think this year, last year, I wanted to go to Peru so much for so many reasons. And I wanted to create a community for women and empowering them, you know, because the future of us is in the children, and who are behind them are the mothers. And if we don't help the mothers, we don't help them,
Mm.
because the things that I live in the past, it was for the things that I saw, what my mother told me, or my aunties, or the people who were looking after me. So if there's a strong woman, our child will be a strong.
So
That's another
yeah,
thing.
absolutely. And I totally can agree with you because I've been growing up in a family with my grandma brought me up, and I got a
Yeah.
tattoo of her here on my arm. And
Oh,
so yes, I totally can tell that if a woman is going to be strong, the family is going to be strong, because that's where everything started, you know. A man,
Mhm.
it can be it can be there. To be honest, I'm a man, but I think where everything started from a woman, I would say. So that's really important, and it's a really good perspective. For a reason I really like as well, talk about with different people, because your perspective will be different from other people's perspective. But what you're saying is totally true, regards to what you're saying. Like, if a woman is strong, the child is going to be strong too, and that's so powerful. I really like the idea. Is any
Thank
other
you.
goals that you want to share, or they are the two main goals that you're having at
No,
the moment?
I do have my business in terms of I am consultant in a health and wellness business, and I wanted to be strong, to be there for my team, for my group, for my second family, and the ones who actually lead me where I am. Because if I didn't find them, I would never know how it's like, and then that's something that I will always remember. You know. They put me the tools there. They show me the way, and that's why I wanted to be now.
Do you want to
Obviously, I
tell
wanted
me?
to finish my yoga as well. Yoga has changed me as well so much. It's amazing. Yoga is it's something very incredible. The things that I'm learning, and
What is
I
something that
can't
you can
wait to
share?
finish.
Can
Pardon?
you share? Can you share something about your learning through yoga? Like
Yes.
actually
One
something
of
that it was really powerful for you. I say, wow, why it can be something that it,
there, there is a book, and it calls I don't know the pronunciation. Probably I will say it because I'm learning still. Me, I think is the learning of the thing is the Bhagavad Gita. It's a book about the Battle of Barahama. So when I read the book, it was more about a war. Uh, then I don't remember the name because I read it once, so I have to finish reading this.
Mhm.
The person who was going to fight the baddies, he has his doubts because he said when he was going to do the battle, he saw all these people who he knew. He knew the people who cut his hair, the bread maker, the people who used to play with him, his cousins, and he was going to fight with them. And he thought, you know what? I don't want to fight with them. I mean, he knew he was the only one who can lead his army, but he thought, I don't want to fight with these people. This is horrible. I'm not gonna kill them. So he went to hide, and he just took his head and he thought, I'm not fighting them because this is horrible. I don't want to fight. So Krishna, which is one of the goddess in India, the blue one that looks like Avatar, she came and she said, why are you doing here? You know, why you meant to fight there? Why are you hiding? And he said, I don't want to fight with these people. I just want to be a yogi. I want to be like you know, meditating all the time. This is not for me. I don't want to fight. And she said she stopped because obviously this is a kind of a book and a story. And she stopped everything and she had a big talk with him. And he said, he or she, because it's, I don't know, this Krishna said, you know, sometimes we have battles that you just have to go there. Nobody's going to do for you and you have to fight. And all these things, all this story was more about, in terms of my learning, was about we as a people, we need to fight every day. We don't have to go to war, but a war is inside us. So we need to, in my case, I need to have a war with my children, my husband, and me answer back and in and no, I have this problem, I have the other problem. So my battles are every day. We can just not go inside a room and meditate and say, oh, you know what, I want to be a yogi because nobody's going to do it for you. And we can't say to everybody, you know, you have to do, everybody has to do yoga. So wait a minute, who's going to do my accounting? wait a minute, the banker needs to be the banker. The doctor, when I go to a doctor, he needs to be a doctor to actually do something. I don't want to start you meditating when you need to do your job. So it was amazing how the answer of that, of battles are every day. We need to fight with them. We need to face it. We just can't run away from them. We can just not say, you know what, we want to have a very quiet, calm life, because sometimes we have to actually do something. So yeah, that's one of the books that I like the most. There's a lot of them, and I am in love. Like I don't know if you remember, but in Peru we have a lot of them that I used to listen like a little child and remember all the stories from the mountains and the valleys and how this was created and how, I don't know, Lao Titicaca and this and another. And then listening to them, it made me feel, oh my goodness, I remember them now. It's nice to learn in that way. It's nice to learn that all of them have a meaning for something.
That's so totally true. And hopefully, finger crossed, I'm planning to do some backpacking next year as well through India, through Asia, with Nina.
Yeah.
So it's really amazing what you're talking about, because that's how universe work, I think. And I believe in energy quantity. I believe that we are energy, and as well, whatever you're going to ask or whatever you're going to say through your words is going to become, and you will attract that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying all the time, every morning, I deserve what I'm working on. I want to attract people who are going to be on my way to help me to step up my game, so I can be and reach more people as well through health and well-being. And that's how I'm attracting to you. I'm attracting
Yeah.
through that praying, through that affirmation of my words. So now that you're saying that through that book, I'm saying that we need to fight our fights and we need to do what we need to do. Is totally amazing. And now that you're talking about India as well, is how we are connected to each other. That's the power. It's so powerful in regards to that. You can be skeptical, but I think it's that true. That's totally
The
true.
things
But
come on the way.
exactly, and that's so amazing. What it can be other books that touch your heart and your mindset, and help you to build that bulletproof, because you're a wife, you're a woman, but also you're a mom. So it's three big tasks that you got as a human being, which is amazing.
It's I have to say, being a mom is one of the biggest challenge. The job that nobody asks you to do, that nobody tells you how to do, but you have to do it. You just, I don't know, you get a baby and you have to work out how to do it without sleeping. And I have to say, one of the worst problem I had as well is sleeping deprivation. Sleeping deprivation can literally make you feel so down, low down your immune system. It can trigger in your skin, in your body. Oh my goodness! If you want to lose weight as well, if you don't sleep well, it's not going to happen. You have to sleep
Mm.
well. You 8 hours of sleep. I'm not saying 11 hours. Please don't don't sleep 11 hours. Okay, the books that I at the moment I think are the ones that were more powerful for me. Are the 7 strategies for wealth and happiness from Jim Rohn. And
Okay.
I think I have, when you were asking me who were my mentors, I think Jim Rohn, which is no longer with us, he's an amazing motivator. He was the motivator from,
Tony Robbins.
oh my goodness, Tony
Tony
Robbins
Robbins.
as well. So he was one of his motivators. My other mentor was Fiona McCarthy and Rebecca Moore. Well, I'm just gonna say they are amazing. Okay, the other book is the Secret. Perhaps you read it
Okay.
already. The Power.
The power of now.
The Power is the same.
Also.
It's the same as the Secret. It comes
Okay.
like yeah, the
Interesting.
Secret, the Power, and the Magic. All of them are very similar.
But they are different books.
They are different books. They come from a
Okay.
different author.
So do you
And
remember like something about these books, or well, what it
the
was the big
Secret,
takeaway for you?
the secret is it's more or less of how powerful is imagining your goals, seeing them all the time and go towards it, because
Yeah.
our mind is so powerful. And I just have to say, have you ever think about when you dream and you wake up in the morning and you are crying and you think, oh my goodness, it feels so real. My dream, it was so real. And you think, oh my God, I feel it. I cried, or I felt this, or I felt that. Our mind doesn't recognize when it's actually real and when it's not. So the more you put in your mind, and that's what we think about doing your
Visualization.
how you call it, your visual board, is because you can see all the time and it's in your mind. You can see and you visualize. And when you close your eyes as well, visualize what you really want. Imagine that you actually have it and it will happen. So that is very powerful. The secrets about that, how powerful is the power. I have to say, I haven't read the book. That's my next book, but from my friends, they said it's amazing. The magic I read is one of the things I said about the stone is part of that. So having a stone to say your gratitude, to remind you your gratitude, is amazing. How the more grateful you are, the more energy comes to you, the more things, if you're grateful, more, it's like talking to you, the universe or God or who you believe, and you say thank you, and then here's you thank you more. So if you find a problem, more problems come. So whatever it is, it will come more to you. That's the magic. The universe have you back. I'm reading this book, is incredible. It talks about how, again, very similar, how you being grateful, being positive, will affect your life. And and as for sickness as well, uh, for example, if you sometimes happen things, problems will come along in your life, and when you think about why this is not happening, why it's not happening, sometimes you have to stop and just say, thank you for what I got, and just give me kind of help me to find the solutions and just be calm. Because sometimes when you're confused, when you think so many things in your head, you can't even think. You're only gonna see problems. It's like a child having a tantrum. You can't talk with a child when you have a tantrum. You just have to wait to calm down, to actually just leave it, do whatever you have to do, and then when you calm, you can just listen again. It talks a lot about universe as well. It gives a lot of meditation exercises. Amazing. The Miracle Morning, I think, is one of the first book that I read. Very easy to read. It has points that it says, well, like wake up early, have your goals. It's a story about a guy who suffer a lot of problems, and what is the problem who hit him the most, and that is the when he realized that what hurts him the most is being a failure to others, to his family, rather than when he couldn't walk, he thought he was going to die. It didn't hurt that much. What it hurt, that he was disappointing his family, and how he pulled himself up. That's what I was saying to you. Sometimes when it's us, we don't do things for us. I think we do better things when we think about others. That's the reason why finding our whys push us higher than saying, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that. When you think about, I want to do this because him or her, or this is so big. That's why lots of religions can't push, because of the believing of they have. Whatever who you believe, you believe in God, the universe, energy, that the big push as well.
That's so true. That's what you're saying is pretty true. But literally, those books, most of them I haven't read them yet, and you are giving me a new excuse to read them. Because it's so many books out there that is quite like interesting to have some feedback from other people who've been reading it before. and just reassuring that, okay, it's good. Let's make it happen, because that's amazing. Tell me.
One of the books that my husband is reading, and I can't wait to read it, is the ego issue. Oh my goodness, I lost it. And
That would be
he
cool.
said
You need to send me the list, please, so I can share that
he's
one in the group.
I'm gonna try to find it. And he said it's one of the most amazing books he read, and he's practicing. He actually helped him a lot in his business. The ego is the enemy.
Wow. Okay, the ego is enemy. Okay, that's something as well that I will ask you once you will finish it, to have
Yeah.
as well your takeaway, because something that I really like to do, especially when it's books or experiences or backstories, saying like for example yours, it's like in my case I'm really curious about learning from other people, because as you told, we got different perspectives, and that's going to be based on where we've been living, what is our experiences, which people we've been around with, which society was, everything. So something that at the moment I can see my phone, and you can say, okay, it's a phone, but probably for you it can be something totally different with different meaning behind that. So that's awesome. Where it can be a book for you, it can be totally different for me. So sharing as well, that is amazing.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
You
Just
want to say
take
something?
what it serves you, and the same thing in terms of nutrition, because one of my cousins is allergic to avocado, which is
Oh,
crazy. And you think, how on earth somebody's allergic to avocado? But she didn't notice how bad he was feeling because she used to eat all the time. And that's some of the reasons why when I suggest to people things, I said, you know what, this worked for me. Somehow you need to work out towards yourself and individually, because everybody is so different.
exactly. We are so unique that we sometimes forget anything. For example, that's what I do sometimes, even though everything that I do is just to give them reference and ideas. And that's what I usually do, because we are unique, and that's the power of us. And that's now taking me to talk about how you became a vegan, but as well how you're finding being a vegan as well, because probably it may be challenging, maybe not. Talk to us about being vegan, because that's interesting for me.
Oh, okay. I think you know my husband used to make a fun of me every time that we used to go to the pet shop, because he used to say, "Oh my goodness, there's a guinea pig. Please close mommy's eyes because she's gonna get hungry." And it's been a big change, and it was being slowly. And I have to say something: every time that you wanted to do any changes with your body, do very slowly. Your body doesn't like changes. Your body doesn't like to be manipulated. The changes has to be gently, so your body doesn't kind of notice, because it can be waking up some illness in you that is in your genes. It can make you ill, and so it's not for everybody. But definitely, I'm trying to do. It's not being long. I mean, I've been vegan since August last year, and but before I used to eat very little meat. Uh, my company is vegan. Yeah, I'm not vegan just because of my company, because you can eat meat if you want. It's not really only for vegans. Uh, it's challenging at the beginning, because when you want to be vegan, it was funny because you think, okay, I'm not eating meat, but I was eating crisps and I was eating chips, and I was like, okay, this is not quite what I thought. I was eating a lot of sugar, and it was about a month it took me to adjust my body a little bit, like completely no meat. I was already doing it for long periods, but not really like that. And now it's so easy. It's so easy to actually do a lot of meals without meat. My reasons are trying to find the balance for others. I don't know if you understand this. It's kind of saying, it's a lot of animals dying in the world, and it's not like I love and I protect them or something, but I wanted to find the balance. If I don't eat meat for the people who do, then I do a little bit something. Does it make
You're
sense?
doing
I'm,
your
I'm
own
not
good.
trying
It's
to
like,
change anyone. I'm not trying to suggest to anyone to be like me. But I think that if I do something little for the ones are doing, just to make a little balance, it makes me
yeah, and
feel
that's
better.
totally true. Absolutely, because that's I think I read it somewhere last year. I think it was in a book or it was on a conference, but they say you don't need to worry about other people. Like for example, with recycling, okay? Because recycling for me is something new, okay? But now I'm learning about how to do recycling. But it doesn't. You don't need to look on the other side and say, oh, that the other family or the neighbors are not doing recycling. You just need to focus on doing your recycling. Be happy that you're doing the recycling, and that's it. Because many people say, right, oh no, because the neighbor is not doing recycling, I will not do recycling because what's the point if it's too much, blah blah blah. But as you are doing it, that's for your own good and for your own peace. You have to do that you are doing your little contribution to society, to the world, to the humankind, so it can be good for the next generation.
Mm-hmm.
That's sometimes what we need to think about, you know. That's kind of like a
Yes.
selfish kind of action. So which is
Mm-hmm.
nice. I'm thinking I'm probably yeah. All the time I got that feeling or intuition, and my body is telling me sometimes to reduce meat intake to for some reason me especially I'm still working on my beliefs that sometimes I think that I need protein, and now I understand that protein can be found from beans, legumes, but it have to be just on a way that you need to make them worth for you, right?
Yeah.
That's something that you can tell all the audience that is here with us. But it's possible to have the protein through vegan, right? Through being from a
Yes.
vegan diet.
Yes. One of the things that I have
Which one
said,
will be the one of your favorite ones?
oh,
Where
watch
will be
food,
protein, especially like because that's what most people struggle. I would say. Where
protein.
will be those ones that you will? Hmm. Because you need a lot of protein.
I take my vegan protein, the one that I am a
Hmm.
representative, and also I cook a lot. I do cook a lot, and I have lentils, beans. I eat quinoa. Uh, uh, oh my goodness! I eat oats, seeds, a lot of seeds, and I eat tofu as well. It's very controversial about the TOEFL, but and but I will highly suggest people who are changing to vegan to be cautious, because obviously in my case I am with the menopause now because I'm 40 now, so I need to take vitamins, I need to take calcium, and I need to take vitamin D, because the absorption of calcium will be low. And I'm trying to find, obviously, a vegan calcium, a very good one. Very often, I'm trying to get a very good calcium, because it's very important. If you go to buy I don't know, 3 pounds calcium from Asda or Tesco, whatever shop you think, um, it's it's your body, it's investment, and 3 pounds is like eating chalk basically. So it's very important to watch a little bit which vitamins, do your research, and yes, definitely vitamins if you're vegan, but that is for me.
Okay. All right. That's a pretty good insight about a person who is practicing veganism. Because in my case, I know how to do a vegan. However, as I told you, just an intuition that I have, and probably maybe I don't know when, but probably I would be more likely as well to practice that more often. And I'm just trying to do it because it's quite good as well for your body. Just trying to have a rest from the meat, especially and nowadays with a lot of that's something now is anything is organic, to be honest. You can have organic, but you need to pay for it. But from local shops, like supermarkets, for the price that we pay, it's not going to be possible to receive something organic that will be taking the time that it's supposed to take. We don't have the time now. You know what I mean? The production that we're asking for food is so much the demand that we cannot take it on a natural process. That's
Mhm.
sad, but that's what we can do. Is that maybe become a vegan is considered a solution for everything. Maybe, who knows? It may be. Now, I want to talk to you about especially your path on growing your mindset. You say that you spent a month with a mentor, right? It was a month. So, which mentor? What this person was helping you out with? You got something that it may be helpful for people at least to start doing it, and the importance as well having a mentor. Because many people say, "Oh, a mentor, I can do it." I'm strong. I don't need anyone. Or what would be a mentor, and what do you learn from them? And if it was something.
Okay, a very little. Sometimes you know that when you have alarm next to your bed, and yet the
Mhm.
alarm is ringing, and you're just like, oh my goodness, it's there with the telephone. You just want to sometimes put it, I don't know, anywhere, and you just want to stop. And it's a little bit similar than that, because you have a reminder for a month of the person who is waiting there. It's like, I mean, obviously it wasn't in person, it was in Zoom. Or was it in Zoom? Yes, it was in Zoom. And
Right.
the person was waiting, and the person was waiting for your replies, and the person was going to ask you questions and this and that. I was not ready at all for all the things that I learned. I was way behind from the other people. And I felt a little bit lost in some point, thinking, oh my goodness, oh, I didn't know I have to do this, or I didn't know I have to do that because it was new for me. So she will suggest to wake up early, just like the miracle morning, you wake up early, you get down things before everybody else, you get your list of things to do, the things you absorb in your mind. Every day, I think it was something new. It was so powerful. Like, seriously, after 15 days, I literally couldn't wake up from my bed because my brain was like pouring information, and I was like so drained, so tired.
Wow.
And I was feeling, oh my God, I don't know if I can do this. It was amazing, so full on. But I was thinking, I will never forget. She changed my mind. She changed my life. And it's very important that you have that alarm thing sometimes in your life. The person who all the time rings your bell and say, hello, listen, and you have to reply on this, you have to do this, you have to do that. And that's how your body sometimes works. It's just like having a PT, probably when you have your class, they know you're waiting there. So they kind of, even if you feel like not putting your shorts and your top to do your PT, they think, oh, God, I have to do it. The person is waiting for me. Just like I said, somebody is waiting for me. Yes, is having a mentor is
That's
essential. Whether the person is actually live, is a book, is a in YouTube a video. But sometimes, for example, for me, as I said, Jim Rohn was one of my mentors, my favorite mentors. But he's not having my answers. He's not having my replies because he's gone. But the other person will listen and will tell you, you know what, what this is the reply that you're looking for. This is what she was giving me the feedback of my thoughts, feedback of what I did, or the feedback of wherever it was, and giving me more insights. That's why sometimes you really
that's so
need a mentor
powerful.
to train you.
And how do you end up having this coach, by the way? Like,
Pardon?
do you
Oh, because
go and
of
find? Do you go and find it?
no, because of my business. I think it was like she picked one from every group. She's a national vice president, so
Right.
she picked one person from, like, I don't know, it was a raffle or something like that. So I won it. I was really, I was like, oh yes, I could do it. Like sometimes, very prudent. Oh, do you want to? Oh yes, I could do it. Yeah, whatever. That's why I end up doing yoga. And that's why I end up doing this. And I think, yeah, I think sometimes I just had to just keep quiet. But it's amazing. Was amazing.
That's so good. It's like here I can talk with you for hours, but I just wanted to keep it short because I know that you are a busy woman with a family as well, and probably you got boys, girls, because I haven't seen them
Two
yet.
boys. Two
Two,
boys.
how old are they?
They are 8 and 6.
Okay, so they are quite like they are still being a bit of a caring, right? So you need to be hello with them. Not as
Very,
much
very
as 5
hyper.
4, but
They are so
cool.
hyper.
But that's wonderful. All the information is like, thank you so much for giving us all this value because that's what we need at the moment, especially I believe that now becoming and overcoming Corona because we're still having Corona around us. But I think it's an opportunity to us to grow and trying to take this as an opportunity to take responsibility and ownership for what we can do and just trying to deal with situations that we cannot control, just let it go. And that's sometimes what we need to do. For example, all these people who are watching this video, they are taking responsibility and they are learning. So that's a good win for them. What would be the last thing that you will say to these amazing people who are watching us? What would be this last phrase that you will say to them? That will be the big
Personal
takeaway.
development. Personal development. Read books. Do the things that I didn't do on time. Read books. Read books. Audios are very good, but actually have the physical book. It will give you so much power. Um, it's something that I said to my boys, reading books will open your mind. It's the best thing you can do. Read books, personal development. Personal development is so important.
Yes, and that's totally true. And I can guarantee that if you want to become a bulletproof woman, same like Gina, that's what you need to do, guys, because that's how you're going to overcome things as all your story that I'm really proud of to hear and now what you are and where you are is wonderful, and especially being fighting this battle, thing like me in health and well-being is powerful because not many people at the moment are supporting maybe as supposed to be. Our health and well-being is one of the priorities because without health we cannot do anything. So that's the important thing. So if you can maybe share about that company because you're saying that it's health and well-being as well, where they can find more information about how is that work, so people as well from the Facebook group can go and reach that.
Sorry, what? Sorry, second.
So the company that you're working at the moment
Oh,
is
it's
like
the
where
name
they
is
can go.
Arbon. The company is a vegan company. We do everything that's from skincare, makeup, nutrition, everything that you think of that you will use from you wake up in the morning. You take your probiotics, then you wash your face, you brush your teeth. Hopefully, we. So that's what we say to people. Oh, hopefully you wash your face. Hopefully you. So it's every product that we have for everyone. We use most of them in our daily life. So we wash your hair, we wash your body. It's about 500 products that we have, and they
Wow.
are vegan, cruelty free. We believe in sustainability. It's an amazing group. It's an amazing group to be involved.
Wow, that's awesome. So, of course, that we're going to share as well all the info there once we're going to finish with this book, so we can put that in the comments as well if people are interested to use that. But awesome. Thank you again for this wonderful talk.